Hello again, Honky Tonks. Sorry I've got my face again. What happened to Donald Trump yesterday in Pennsylvania, the USA, is the culmination or the result of years and years of demonisation by the legacy media, the mainstream media, and people on social media, influencers, celebrities who want him dead. Now, of course, conveniently, we're only joking, but they're always joking when the left say it, don't they? They're never serious when the lefties, the hateful idiots that they are, when they incite violence and murder against someone, don't take them seriously. But I tell you, if somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Now, as you'd expect, Nigel Farage has addressed what's happened and compared the vitriol and hatred towards Trump to what's happening to him. And it is happening as well. The man is probably the most detested and hated in the UK as far as the lefties are concerned. If you are a middle class, out of touch, refugees welcome, Remain voting, Guardian reading, BBC swallowing, Sly News K. Burley oogling, quinoa on toast eating lefty, then Nigel Farage is the great Satan, isn't he? And all because he wants what's best for the country. I've never ever heard the guy incite violence or calling for people to be murdered and have harm done to them simply because of their demographic or whatever. It doesn't happen, but it's the result of the mainstream media and social media influencers that the guy's been assaulted multiple times. As I said on X this morning, next time it won't be a milkshake, it won't be an empty coffee cup or a coffee cup with wet cement on it. Next time it'll be a knife, next time it'll be a gun. Yes, you can still buy guns in the United Kingdom. They're floating around on the black market, and if you really wanted one, you could buy one. There's always somebody who wants to sell a gun. And this country is angry at the moment. Everyone's angry, not just the left, but the right. The left more so because they're flipping insane. But still, they're the ones who are quite literally what they are labelling people like me as. I've been a victim of Antifa, the ideology of the alleged shooter of Donald Trump. My family was stalked and harassed by one who doxed me and all sorts. It was hell. It was like playing with a Ouija board and engaging with a demon, and that demon won't leave. I had to personally exorcise that demon through other means, but it is what it is. I shouldn't have engaged. I shouldn't have played with the Ouija board, and I partly blame myself, but there we go. So Nigel Farage popped onto social media. I think he was on GB News. Correct me in the comments. And he laid into the legacy media, and rightly so, for what they're doing. What's happened to him is the result of the legacy media and celebrities. People like Joe Brand. When he was initially milkshaked years ago, when he was a MEP, somebody dashed him on the face with a milkshake. I think it was up north. Some man who looked like a goblin. He really did. It's like, I'm not one to judge people on appearance, but this guy, why do they always look like this, the lefties? They're not the most pretty of people, are they? They really aren't. They've got this certain look about them. And this guy looked like a goblin. Or imagine someone who's right-handed, but they tried drawing a face on a potato. That's the only way I can describe it. So anyway, this badly dressed flump, this thing threw milkshake on Nigel Farage, and Joe Brand was on a panel show, as they are these days. They love panel shows, don't they? These lefty metropolitan elite comedians. And she suggested, oh, why not make it battery acid next time? You know, some little goblin like that, some easily led, gullible leftist who's been radicalised by the mainstream media and people like Joe Brand. They might as well do that. They might do that. They really would do that. It's happened in the US. Some leftist had his hand on a gun, a rifle, and thank God he was a poor shot. In regards to Trump, as for that poor fella behind him, not so much. A victim of circumstance. And I don't believe circumstances, I've told you, but there we go. Make of that what you will. But it's all crazy, it really is. And Nigel Farage completely destroyed the mainstream media, legacy media, and called them out and told them to stop because they need to think about what they're doing. They really do. The two leftists, Super Stansky The left-wing grifter on YouTube. That's another one with a funny face. It's like someone drew a face on a quarter moon. No, somebody ate a Jaffa cake and drew a face. I'm the last person to be judging people on looks, but anyway. She made light of Donald Trump's assassination attempt, the same as that BBC presenter David Aronovich, whatever his name is. Now all of a sudden they're the victims. Oh, my mental health. I'm getting death threats all of a sudden. I wonder flipping why. I know you're not getting death threats, it's a lie. And it's ironic that Joe Cox's husband went on to Sly News and said that it was all down to Trump that this happened to him. Joe Cox's husband, of all people, said that. I mean, the guy needs to be careful what he says, he really does. David Baddiel, thinking it's all a massive scam, and it was an act, and it was a play. I mean, David Baddiel is one of the first to pipe up when people deny what's happening to people like him and his demographic, isn't he? He really is. These people are hypocrites, folks. My hair's a mess. These people are hypocrites. They're dangerous, and they're very self-absorbed people. They're self-righteous, virtue signalling, and they're everywhere. They're on telly. They've got a platform to do this, and they need to be more responsible. I'm called a hateful far-right guy. Do I call for violence, hatred, harm on anyone? I've never done that. In all my time on social media, I've never called for someone to be harmed. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. I just question ideas. That's all I do. Ideas, culture, religion, politics. I don't think you should die for it, and I don't think you should suffer harm for it. But no idea is above scrutiny, the same as no person is below dignity, I think is the saying. But that's just me. Anyway, that's what I think. Nigel Farage is right to call out the legacy media. They have blood on their hands. They've got Donald Trump's blood from his ear on their hands because they won't stop. They didn't stop. And they won't stop. They'll never stop. And it'll be Farage next, or Suella Braverman. That's another one who's demonised here in the UK. Severely demonised. So security needs to be ramped up, and people need to check what they're saying on social media. They really do. They really do need to check what they're saying, for heaven's sake. The lefties especially, exclusively, I'd say. Anyway, I'm off. The hair's screwing my head big time. And that's that. I'm Paz49. Thanks for watching, and until the next time, Roger Trout.